Okay guys, so here we have the packaging for the Tuff-Luv Multi-View Bi-Axis iPad Folio style case. And this is the box it comes in. Kind of crazy looking galaxy stuff going on there. Really, I don't know, real trippy stuff. Let's pop this open. Let's take the case out. So here's what we got here. So here is the folio case. And now this is a faux leather. This is not real leather. And I kind of don't like the way it has a really soft texture. It's really obvious it's not real leather, but it kind of pillows up a little bit the way this this leather is here. It's really it kind of stretches out a little bit. Not a big deal, but I just don't necessarily. I don't particularly like the texture of it. I don't want to get this review started off on a bad note, but that's just, I mean, just touching it. That's just one of the things I want to give off to you guys. Now, the interesting thing about this folio style case is there's a couple different ways you can adjust your viewing angle while using it. Okay, so let's go ahead and open this up. See, there's a button right there that pops open, and so it opens up here. Take this out. Let's get this foam insert out of here, and then we'll get the iPad in here in just a second. So before I do that, though, the inside I believe is real leather. On this side, inside part, I'm not sure whether the inside's real leather, the outside's faux leather. But anyways, so the inside part here has like this weird little crease. You see this crease right here? And it's kind of awkward. You kind of have to go to the website and kind of figure out how that actually works. But let me show you how this works here. So as you can see, let's do this one first. So we have this square piece here. What you basically do is pop this off. So the button's holding that into place. So when you turn this over to the back here, as you see, there's this little strip right here. Pull this off, and there's buttons right here. Okay, and so then you take this tab with this that holds the buttons, and this is what you use to tilt your iPad's viewing angle. So actually, you can actually fasten it to different buttons depending on how sharp of an angle you want to view it at. So that's about right there. If you want to do a little bit sharper, move it up. Pop that into a new button, and it does a little sharper of an angle. So let me go ahead and pop in the iPad in here just so you can kind of see how that looks in there while you're using it. It's a real snug fit, nice and tight. A little button here so make sure it doesn't slide out by accident. So that's the angle right there. Keep this tight right there. So that's kind of interesting, a little design they have right there, with that button snap. So when it's not being used, it looks a little weird, but when you're actually getting down to it and using it the way it's supposed to be used, it is pretty functional. The other cool thing is what you can do too, now with this angle right here, this corner angle. So if you want to, this is for viewing widescreen. So if you want to view it like this, but you want to add a little angle to it, you pull this piece back. Let's see if I can do this on camera, like so, and it angles it at an angle right there. So now it's angled back a little bit. Can you see how that's working right there? So because this piece is angled, and so then you can increase the angle of that. So if you want to go even lower, move the button snap like that, and now it's really angled like that. So really interesting design thing. I wasn't really big on this flap at first, but if you do like having your iPad in a portrait mode like this, you can actually adjust the angle, which is kind of cool. So when the iPad is in here, let's undo all this stuff. Let me show you how the iPad looks while it's in here. And then you close, 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 close. Okay. So when the iPad is in here, all your stuff is really accessible. You got your standby switch, your headphone jack, the microphone. You got your rotation lock volume. So this whole side is completely open, complete access to that. This has a piece of leather here to the side of that. Bottom, we have our connector. Opening matches up pretty well with that. And our speaker is not being covered up. Okay. Home button is not covered up, but you do have this whole edge to it right here. But where the light sensor is right there, there's a big opening right there. So not too big of a deal as far as the lip goes on this. It has a little bit of a lip to it, so when you're typing, it kind of is in there, but it's pretty flat. It's not super thick, the leather right here, so it doesn't get too much in the way when if you are typing or anything. But there you go, guys. And so if you want to close it up, flip it around, and then you snap it, and you snap it, and then you're good to go. So besides the fact that it's faux leather, they do have a Napa leather version on there, which I would rather prefer. If I was actually going to purchase this off the website, I would have gotten that one. But so they have this faux leather one, so I'm not too big on the texture of the faux leather and the pillowing of the leather on the outside. But the actual functionality of the iPad folio case is really cool. You know, so you can do it at different angles, portrait, landscape. You can adjust it, so it's real adjustable. And so it's just a really interesting folio style case. So like I said, guys, this is the Tuff-Luv Bi-Axis, or I'm sorry, Tuff-Luv Multi-View Bi-Axis case, iPad folio case. And so this comes in red, pink, gray, black, like this one right here. And this costs £26, British pounds, or $41 US. So you can purchase this if you guys are interested in this at tuff-luv.com. And I'll provide the link to that in the bottom description box on YouTube or on Buy Me an iPhone, depending on where you're watching this. Alright guys, that's it for me today. If you guys own this product, why don't you post a comment below and tell us what you think about it. And that's going to be it for me, guys. Till next time, this is Omar C. from BuyMeAnIPhone.com.